welcome to the incredibly laggy Prison Architect. Why is it incredibly laggy, you ask? Well, because there's a absolute butt ton of pipes being installed. I mean, if I go to the jobs, there's literally a great many of jobs. In fact, that's almost smaller than the mouse, the scrolling thing. So, a couple of problems. The fuzziness in the background of my mic seems to be closely related to my curtain. That being, every time I move my curtain, it pulls the cable for the microphone out. So, obviously, that's a problem. Right now, I've got a backup set up, which is my old microphone. So that's recording as well as the one I usually use. So I have a backup and we don't lose videos again. But basically, we marked out all of this, put down all of the utilities, as you can see, and we also built these security rooms. So, as you can see in here, we have solitary, holding cell. This is going to be a kennel. This will be an armory, and this is the main door control room. And I went through this whole thing explaining what these are. Basically what it is we have one power switch which basically controls everything. If this is turned off, everything that is capable of sort of being the ones I've wired up right now, these two and this one. So anything that is timed with a door timer will only be able to be timed when this is on, as you can see from the AND gates turning on and off. So only when that one is on will all of the timings work. The ones next to each thing, each block of 4 here is a section of the prison. Each one of these also does that. So if that is off, everything is off. Well, if this one's turned off, everything is off. If this one turned off, then just this bit is off. I explained it a lot better in the last video, but obviously we've lost that. So yeah, if I go to connect, you'll see all of the connections. So we have this door control system controlling the sort of free time area, and the door control is also controlling that. We have this area controlling the canteen, and the door control controlling that. And then this area will be controlling this bit. This area will be controlling this bit, and this one here is currently controlling the security room and the doors over here. So obviously there's probably going to be a few changes before the prison is finished to this system, but for right now that is controlling every single door in this prison, with a couple of exceptions, that being that one because I haven't installed it yet. And I think the remote door's connected. I don't know. Yeah, the remote door's connected. However, we do need a door servo like there. So that needs to be installed as well. We've got a lot of pipe to install, which I think I'm actually going to pause the video and just let that run in the background, because I'm currently getting about 12 FPS. So it's going to take a very, very long time. So yeah, the big FPS drop is because of the amount of jobs that are installed, because it's constantly checking for each job whether or not it can be completed, and there's like thousands of jobs. So I guess I shall see you in a jiffy. Okay, so the pipes haven't finished installing, mainly because the slower the FPS is, the longer it takes them to install them. I've just realised if I press planning, my FPS boosts all the way back up. That's good. So I'm going to sit here with planning open so it goes a lot faster, and I shall still be back soon. Okay, so coming to the end of putting the pipe in, I've decided I'm going to get some gardeners, and just so we can start actually getting a little bit of money before the prison's even finished, I'm going to actually designate where the forestry areas are going to be. So we're going to have 2 forestry areas, that bit and that bit. We could just join them up, which would actually make a lot more sense. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to join them up, and we can remove the planning for where they're going to be. So that whole bit there is forestry, And obviously that's going to start installing a lot, well not installing, but it's going to start building trees, which are going to come in the masses, which isn't the best, but you know, it's alright. So I'm going to actually get these solitary doors on. As you can see, the frame rate is a lot better. What I've got it down to is the fact the game is rendering the pipes with like a slightly see-through thing. So you can see the frame rate dropped a little bit when I started putting down all the when the trees got put down, and that's mainly because you can see through them. They're like flashing, and you can see through them, and that requires more processing power because it's got to make it translucent for a second. So yeah, lots of trees coming in, low frame rates again. I'm probably going to need like a couple more gardeners because I don't think 2 is going to cut it. Yeah, there's a lot of trees. Even more trees. Oh dear. Right, so let's get some door control. I'm going to want to link that I built a minute ago into there. I'm going to want to link that into the canteen control. I think that's the right one. It's very hard to see with all of these different cables sort of intersecting. This is the one downside of having it all in one room. And then here I'm also going to need installing an actual door. Right, there we go, so that's the kitchen done. Well, the kitchen's been done for a little while anyway, but that's the kitchen officially done. Let's get some paving stone down, complete the paths and whatnot. I planned out, whilst I was waiting for the pipes, some different buildings and stuff. Actually just fill in that bit there as well. And then remove all of this planning. Remove all that. Don't need any of this bit. Let's just get rid of all that. There we go. So we've got 2 classrooms. One's, I think, slightly bigger on the inside than the other one. 6 by 10. 6 by 10, no, the same size. We've got a laundry, a medical area, and a morgue. So we're going to have morgue slabs along that side. And that's all self-contained in one building, and the rest is just one massive forestry. Which is seriously not keeping up with the amount of gardeners. So I'm going to go up to like 6 gardeners. Let's go crazy. So I think actually temporarily, just for the trees primarily, I'm going to extend out the deliveries. So we have enough room for them all. It's still coming! Oh my god. There's too many trees. Oh dear. I seriously don't know where we're going to put all these trees. We're like slowly running out of room. At least it isn't buying them anymore. It did get quite a lot of them though. That's really going to take quite a while to install, isn't it? So whilst that is happening, let's get this building up and going. We're going to want 2 things like that. We are going to want 2 large Dale doors into it, and that should be good. Also going to get a little square of grass there, make it look a bit nicer. And let's like that build. That was very quick. That's the power of having 20 workmen. No, 25, I think, actually. Yeah, 25 workmen. It's pretty quick. You get stuff done quite fast. Costs quite a lot, so it isn't really cost effective, but you know, who gives a crap about cost effective? We're millionaires. Well, not literally millionaires, but you get my drift. So let's go rooms. This is going to be laundry. We're going to have a morgue, infirmary, finally, if I can find it, classroom. 1, 2. So these are obviously going to need to be kitted out. We're going to have jail doors all over the place. These are going to be obviously wired up to work. We're going to need some brick wall for the bits I've forgotten there. We are going to need, hopefully this is going to work, by the way, because I sort of had to map it out. We should be able to fit 5 by 4, which is 20 in there. And I believe if I actually check programs, the thing 20 places 10 sessions, 10 places 20 sessions. See, that's a bit different, but you know, it doesn't matter, it's fine. We're gonna have both doing foundation and the other one, so it's alright. We don't need to bother with the different sizes of classroom. Now getting low FPS again, but hopefully this trick will work. Yeah, there we go, back up to 30, nice. It's locked at 30 because of the software I'm using to capture the video, sadly. Right, so we've got all this done. We just sort of need to, next episode, start building, really. I mean, I might want to put some grass around the place, which I'm actually going to do quickly now. I left enough of a gap so that I could have like a two wide field of grass around the entire forestry, which I think I did, and I did that right. I am going to add some grass to the yard. Should be covering all of it. Yes, it is. And then next episode, or near the end of this episode, we shall get these 2 lovely buildings going and start getting some prisoners and stuff in. Obviously, these 2 areas here are workshops, if you haven't yet noticed, next to the power station where I said they would be. They actually need to get some doors on these things, just so I remember where I'm going to put them. We've still got quite a lot of trees to install. That is a lot of trees. That is an extreme amount of trees. I don't think we're ever going to use all of them trees all at once. But with 2 workshops, I think we'll do a pretty good job. So, yeah. What I'm actually going to do is, whilst they're installing those trees, before we end the episode, I'm going to actually build this. And I'm going to put in 2 jail doors. And then I'm going to try and remember which one of these things was for... I don't think I actually have one for the work areas. I don't. I do want them to be controlled by a timer as well, so I guess I'll show you how these work because I'm going to be building another one. So it requires a door timer, a switch, and 2 AND gates, and then it also requires a door controller. So we shall wait for those to be installed, as well as this building to be built. So the workmen are putting grass down, obviously, so we'll let them complete the grass before we ask them to do anything else. Ow, my back. I've just sort of yawned and almost snapped my back in half. It's not good. We're going to get them installed. They're going to do it now, I think. They're just rushing around, doing everything as quick as they can. Lovely. So, actually, just to get this sort of done, I'm just going to connect this to what it's meant to be connected to. There. And that is connected to there. So this one connects to this AND gate. This one also connects to this AND gate, which makes it, if both of these are on, this is on. This one then connects to this AND gate, and the timer connects to the AND gate. Simple enough? Yeah, I think so. So then, everything that should be controlled by this timer should be connected. However, I don't actually have any door servos on them yet. So I'm going to want to install some of these lovely new door servos. It's not going to be on the medical room, however it is going to be on this room. I think I'm going to dismantle this door and put it on again the other way and see if that works. Because I don't want it facing into the other door. So if you rotate that twice, let's do that. I think that'll work. It's just a guesswork really on whether it will work or not. Right, so it's that one, you said? Yes, it is. Which is going to connect to that, and that. And is also going to connect to these two over here. So, click, and that's them two done. So this then needs to be set to be open at work. That's it really. I'm not going to do what I did with the other ones, which is I set actual times. I'm just gonna set this one to just be open at work, and then the door control needs to be connected to all of those. But I did forget two door servos here because I said they weren't going to be controlled by the timer, but I never said they weren't going to be controlled by the door control. So in the end, we're going to have quite a few people in here. Probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 8 guards controlling the entire prison. But say that's better than everyone having to run around opening doors. I think it's a lot better. So I'm actually going to put the power cable in, which should power everything up. We're barely halfway through the trees being put in, which is quite funny actually. Alright, let's get some medical beds in this place. So we're going to want medical beds practically the whole way around. Yeah, there we go, that should be enough. Should be enough medical beds. We're going to want some morgue slabs. Down like so. The laundry is going to need washing machines. Ironing baskets, not ironing baskets, ironing boards, a table, because why not, and a bunch of these, which we shall put in now. I'll just fill the room with them, because why not. There we go, so the utilities is already connected to there. We are going to need water down here, which is more awkward than it sounds. So I'm going to have to sort of route it down. There we go, so they're going to have to start installing that water pipe. Still got a lot of trees to install, obviously, but nothing less. These are going to be designated as workshops. There should be 2 separate workshops there. Yes, there are. The exports is going to be temporarily disabled and put back, which should fix the problem of when the trees get cut down, they are taken to the exports instead of the workshop, because the aim is I'm just going to fill up the workshop with wood, so when the prisoners get here they have like a surplus of wood to work with, and if it gets too full I'll start selling it. So I think I'm going to do what I did like last episode, which is start the next episode with a time lapse of building these buildings, and then yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty good. So I hope you enjoy the video. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.